What's going on, guys? Welcome to my review blog on the Defenders, and you guys already know I am the comic guy. And we're gonna be talking about Defenders. I actually binge watched the whole show. I was gonna do a video like 1 to 4, and then 5 to 8 because there's only 8 episodes. But I went ahead and just binge watched the whole thing. And it was, a lot of people might have, the up and downs of it. I actually loved the show. I actually loved every show, including Daredevil, including Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, because all those characters pretty much they're different. In every single way. Daredevil grew up in a different way. Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, they all were different, and that's what I liked. From the beginning of the show, the first 3 episodes, I have to say, yes, a lot of people complaining, yes, it was slow, but it concluded. It showed how every single person was different in their own way. You had the Daredevil dealing with what he was done, and the after effect of being the Daredevil, and how he reacted to retiring as a Daredevil, and how deep inside he still wanted to be the Daredevil, but he just didn't want to put his friends and family in that predicament anymore. Then you had Jessica Jones, going through what she went through, in her show with Kilgrave, what she went through, and the aftermath of that, what she was going through, and then just keep on going with the lives. Luke Cage just got out of jail, coming back to see Claire and saying, hey, I found my calling, I want to be a hero, I want to help, I have these powers, let me use them for good. And then you have Iron Fist dealing with the aftermath as his season went through, and how he developed into being Iron Fist. Like the first season, everybody was like, oh, I don't like Iron Fist. I actually liked Iron Fist for the reason was it was a growing show. He did not know how to control his powers or how to use his powers, not even control how to use his powers. He didn't know what he could do. Plus, he hasn't been around people in like 15 years. So he grew in an isolation, and going out to the world and finding out that his parents were murdered by Madame Gao, and how the Hand was more than just that. He had control of his dad's company and everything, and he was dealing with that and how to go forward. And all the 3 first episodes, it led to all them being in Midland Circle, how they all got together to destroy the common enemy, being the Hand. Yet again, Sigourney Weaver, a great actress. She came out as the villain, very mysterious, very powerful villain, even though she didn't have to fight, she didn't have to do anything, but she was very powerful, and she was just very being one of those, they used to be monks. There's spoilers ahead, just in case, guys, spoilers ahead. How powerful she is. Then you had, Madame Gao again coming in, from all the episodes. She came out in Daredevil, she came out in Iron Fist. She didn't really come out in Jessica Jones, but how it is funny how between the four shows, they had a connection, okay? And a lot of people probably didn't even know this. Like Daredevil and Iron Fist, they were connected by the Hand. Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, they were 2 different people, and how they met and how it went to going to Luke Cage season, how everything happened with Kilgrave. So they haven't experience the hand, but Iron Fist and Daredevil did. So then, leading those two characters into being like the Defenders, and going forward from like episode 4, when they all got together and said, "Yay, we have to destroy the Hand," as is some kind of way they all had us connected, because Jessica Jones was doing her thing, trying to be a private eye as she was, investigating the helping a client, finding the husband, and boom, got connected with the Hand. As Luke Cage was trying to help a young kid, got connected to the Hand. So, and then, Daredevil had her experience with the Hand, and then with Elektra and Iron Fist. The Hand was after him because of whatever reason they wanted to use him. So he actually were all connected, and they all came together. 4 different characters. So you are going to have clash, but you are going to have clarity between them. Like Daredevil or Matt Murdock and Jessica Jones, they connected in, as she was a private eye, he's a lawyer. They connected in that sense. They went on and investigated. That's how they found out a couple of clues. They went together. They had a chemistry, not like a love chemistry or anything, but they had like a connection. And then you get to see how Iron Fist and Luke Cage were getting to know each other. That may never know. It might lead into Heroes for Hire, that actually was a comic book with Luke Cage and Iron Fist, and that would be interesting because their dynamic. Even at one point you see Iron Fist telling, "Hey, we need each other. We could use each other." So they, at one point they started like working together. Like almost at the end, he was like, "Go ahead, Danny, light it up," and that's when Danny was like, "Boom," with the hand, and it was a big fight. Yes, some of the fights were, I actually liked the fights. It wasn't like Iron Fist was a different story. Like Daredevil was a little bit more bloody. Iron Fist wasn't. Luke Cage wasn't. Jessica Jones wasn't. And the fight scenes in Daredevil, because remember, Daredevil, he was a fighter. Jessica Jones, she was a private eye. So there wasn't a lot of fighting, but in Daredevil, he was a fighter where he grew up. Luke Cage, there wasn't many fights, but he was a protector, so he was protecting. That was his show was all about. And Iron Fist was then, finding out his power. So there wasn't a lot because it was a character creation, as Iron Fist was a character creation show. But at the end, you saw them all get together and just kick ass. It was like the whole building scene when they were fighting, when they first got together. And you could see like Jessica Jones punches, then Luke Cage, and here comes Iron Fist, and then you see Daredevil. So they were like, you get to see the different styles. Jessica Jones, like everybody knows karate, kung fu. So you could see they're all different characters. It was actually a great show. It was kind of like a comic book. You see different characters, then you see like the crossover between Awful and here it goes, the Defenders. Misty Knight lost her arm. Sorry if you haven't seen the show, lost her arm. So she's gonna get the binding card from Rand Industries. Colin Wang, she was awesome. And now they got like a little friendship going on there. Claire, I've always been the anchor for all 4 shows, because she actually came out in all 4 shows and all 4 shows, and you can see the connection that she's bringing in with everybody. So she's like the anchor to bring the Defenders together. She was the one that actually, at some point, she was the anchor of the Netflix shows, and everybody was like just connecting. So that she just connected that circle between all 4 heroes. Elektra was pretty awesome, as you could see. They brought Elektra back, and she come out to be a badass. And then at the end of the show, when they all got out of the building, and you could see Luke Cage, and you could see, and then Iron Fist and Jessica Jones, they were all looking at the building falling down, and they were like, "Oh shit, Matt Murdock is still in there, or the Daredevil is still in there." And then when they go back to the jail, or police station. As everybody's walking in, you see Karen and Foggy like, "Where's Matt?" And he doesn't walk in. It's like, oh man, I got teary eyed. I gotta say, I did get teary eyed in that moment because it was like they knew, and then, but you could see how it's gonna lead into their seasons. Like, you could see Jessica Jones open up an investigation again. Luke Cage is probably gonna go into protecting Harlem, and Iron Fist is gonna protect New York, and maybe it's gonna lead to more cameos in the future. I wish they had like a cameo or something with the Punisher. It would have been awesome if the Punisher would have come out. It would have been pretty awesome if the Punisher did come out. But of course, as you know, the Punisher is coming out in November. That's going to be one of the next shows they're definitely going to have. And of course, they're probably going to go the same route as they did with Daredevil, very bloody, because Punisher is another character that is bloody, guys. So it's going to be a lot of blood. So they didn't all together. It was just a great building. It wasn't like people was like, oh, they might think that the graphics or the, you must understand, this is a build up to being the Defenders. It wasn't like the Avengers. It wasn't a movie that they're gonna spend a lot of money. This is a show, so you have to expect to be a little bit slow because that drama has to build before they could have that action scene at the end there. Everybody's just kicking ass. It was just a great show. And then at the end, when everybody thinks Daredevil is dead or Matt Murdock is dead, you can see him in a bed, all hurt, bandaged up. So you know he's gonna come back for Daredevil 3. Maybe now everybody thinks that Matt Murdock, so he's gonna be just the Daredevil. He's gonna be concentrating on being the Daredevil now, because Matt Murdock, everybody thinks Matt Murdock is dead. So now he could actually just be the Daredevil. That pretty much was a thing that is going to be probably because they already said Daredevil season 3 is coming, Jessica Jones season 2, Luke Cage season 2, and Iron Fist season 2. A lot of people was like Finn Jones didn't do great as Iron Fist. He actually, for me, he did good. It developed him into being a warrior that he actually knows. At the end, he says, now I'm clarified. Now I know what I have to do. Luke Cage, he went to jail and said, now I have these powers. Let me use these powers for good. As you can remember in the show, he was like, what am I supposed to do with my powers? And now he's like, I got these powers, might as well go for it. Jessica Jones, of course, she's a smartass. She's a private investigator, and she likes drinking. She's gonna go back to being what she was best, being a private investigator. And then you have, now you have Karen and Foggy mourning on Daredevil. So that's gonna be, what's gonna go into Daredevil 2, because those dramas have to come. These are not movies. These are comic books based shows. You are going to get different stories. If you read the comics, there is comics that have drama in it, and then it leads into the villain, or it leads into whatever is going to happen in the comic book. But you must understand, you must have drama so you could have the show, and that's pretty much what the show was all about. It was actually a good show. I give it 2 thumbs up. Make sure you guys cope it out. If you guys don't have Netflix, find a way to see the show. The show is actually real good. If you have the chance, see the Daredevil, see Luke Cage, see Jessica Jones, see Iron Fist. If you guys saw the Defenders, tell me what you guys thought. If you guys liked it or didn't like it, or what did you guys like or did not like. Write the comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. I actually enjoyed yet again, guys. Thank you for coming for my review blog. This is the Comic Guy. I'll see you guys later. Peace out, guys.